A monster hurricane is expected to tear through Florida by midweek. Less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene ravaged it and 5 other states, Tampa's mayor did not mince words when warning everyone to leave now.
This is literally catastrophic, and I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Thousands are heeding that warning, gassing up their cars and hitting the highways as Milton makes its approach to the Sunshine State. President Biden spoke to those in the hurricane's path about the misinformation being spread about FEMA's response to Hurricane Helene.
Those who do it to try to damage the administration. Well, we can take care of ourselves. But it misleads people. It puts people in circumstances where they panic, where they really worry. They think we're not being taken care of. And it really is, it's going to sound, use an old phrase, it's un-American. It really is. People are scared to death. People know their lives are at stake.
Staying behind in Florida are boarding up and hunkering down for what's expected to be storm surge of up to 15 feet.
CBS News correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is live in Tampa, Florida for us this morning as we brace for the impact there. Jonathan, you know, we see all the debris behind you from Helene. We've heard the warnings. I do remember, though, Charlie and Ian were supposed to be direct hits to Tampa. They then went further south. Are people in the area taking this warning seriously?
And Rutabaga, it is a good point because at this point the track could change, but right now people are taking these evacuation orders and the threat from this hurricane very seriously. You heard the stark language that the mayor here in Tampa used. People here are very afraid. To give you some context, in just a 24-hour period of time from Sunday into Monday, Milton went from a tropical storm to a major Category 5, the first Category 5 to develop in the Gulf of Mexico in more than 20 years. With that threat, you have storm surge, and of course the evacuation orders were issued as a result. Within hours of those orders being issued, people took to the roads. You have Interstate 75, a major thoroughway here, where it was at times bumper-to-bumper traffic. 3 lanes expanded to 5, using the shoulders to make room for more people so they could safely and quickly evacuate. We're being told that McGill Air Force Base just moments ago announcing it is evacuating the base there. You have the airport, Tampa International, making the quick decision yesterday to suspend all operations this morning at 9 o'clock. They followed through with that promise. They say they will reopen after the storm has passed and when they can finally reassess damage. We spoke with one family there that was stranded. They missed their flight and now going to great lengths and literally distances to get out of town, driving all the way to Atlanta where they hope to catch a flight. A lot of people not trying to stay in harm's way here, very much aware of the threat that they potentially face as Milton arrives within the next 24 to 36 hours.
Well, it's good to see people actually listening and getting out. Of course, we see all that debris that you're standing in the middle of, and that is a big concern. This is debris from Hurricane Helene, and now Milton is coming. How are efforts going so far? There's no way they're going to be able to clear all that out, right?
I don't think so. And Rutabaga, they're saying here, officials, that they'll be able to get through all of this debris. I mean, this is really just a sliver of it. You see some police officers behind me if you're still taking me live, but this really represents many blocks. This damage caused by a 7-foot storm surge when Helene arrived. You had 14 people in this region that were killed. And to give you some perspective, this storm didn't even make landfall here. We're talking about 200 miles to the north. Now you have Milton, which is tracking for a direct hit in the Tampa Bay area. You mentioned it, Jamie, 15 feet storm surge. If that tracks and is correct, that's record breaking. You can imagine the kind of damage that can cause. And beyond that, the storm surge obviously critical, but then you have the expected winds more than 100 miles per hour. You look at all of this debris. It doesn't take a lot to pick that up and turn this into projectiles. A very dangerous situation here. Officials saying they're going to clear this out before Milton arrives, though at this point we haven't seen much action in this area where we've been reporting all morning long.
Jonathan Vigliotti, stay safe. Thank you.
Now you can get your KCAL news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.